Are you struggling to build muscles because you spend all your time working on your business? In this video, I will cover 3 steps to help you bulk up as a full-time entrepreneur without spending hours in the gym or in the kitchen. I went from skinny to jacked in 3 years, and now I help entrepreneurs do the same. Just like my client Jake, who is making great progress. So if you follow all 3 steps, you will be able to build muscles with less than 2 hours per week and without sacrificing your business. Step number 1 is increase your energy. Until 2023, I used to be tired a lot. I used to have very low energy, and it was very hard for me to build muscles because I didn't have the energy to go to the gym, and if I went to the gym, I didn't push that hard, and I also wasted too much time in the gym. And during the summer 2023, I had enough. I had enough of making no progress from the gym, just wasting my time, and also feeling tired in general. It's not nice to feel tired because one day I was lying in my bed, holding my stomach. I was feeling weak, tired, feeling really bad. And this time I knew why. I had educated myself the weeks before about diet, testosterone, more of like fitness and how our body like react on things we eat. I knew, this is because I ate these cookies, these high sugar foods before. It made me feel tired, it made me feel bad. That day I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stop eating junk food. I want to become muscular, I want to become jacked and also successful and build up a business, but this is not helping me, this is destroying everything. 3 months later, I had stopped junk food. I had slowly had it less and less. I had remembered the moment when I realized my sugar cravings were gone, my addiction was gone, and I decided to go my whole life without eating any junk food. And that is what I have been doing, and since that point, I've had so much more energy. I've been able to go to the gym much more, push much harder in the gym, and build much more muscles. That is when I started making real progress. I literally went from gaining like 4 kilograms, around 9 pounds, in a year to 10 kilograms, 22 pounds in 1 year. I literally doubled how much muscles I built after doing this one change. But I also focus on increasing my testosterone by having more eggs, eating more butter, getting enough sunlight or supplementing with vitamin D. Also stop having sugar, stop having alcohol, sleeping at least 8 hours, those things. And all those things made me have even more energy, feel even stronger. So I could do even harder workouts, push even harder and build more muscles naturally because my body could now like recover properly, and I was getting in the right nutrition. I started having a lot of eggs, a lot of meat, healthy fats like peanut butter, and that changed everything. And by the way, if you're an entrepreneur that are more on the skinny side and you want to get bigger, become jacked, you can get a diet plan in my free community, top link in the description, and also a free coaching call. But another tactic I have for my diet, because I'm also an entrepreneur, I don't want to spend a lot of time cooking. Being in the kitchen is like cooking food, it's a waste of time. Like I want to work on my business. I have come up with this tactic that to get in like a lot of meat but not spend a lot of time cooking. 2 times per week, every Sunday and Wednesday, you can cook 2 kilograms of grounded beef, 4.5 pounds. You cook it in a pan, take around 10 minutes. You can have whatever like seasoning you want. Then you store it in boxes in the fridge. Then for lunch and dinner, take 300 grams or like 200 grams, 300 grams of grounded beef, heat it up in the microwave or in a pan. Will take less than 5 minutes, and then you can eat it with tortilla bread, or I like to have tortilla bread, but you can eat it with whatever you want. Eggs works also good. Potatoes or rice, that works good too. But you don't really need anything to have it with. Like tortilla bread works very good. And in this way, you will only spend 80 minutes per week making your lunch and dinner. Instead of, let's say you would spend 10 minutes cooking for lunch and dinner every single day. That's 20 minutes, 140 minutes per week. But in this way, 80 minutes. And same if you order food. It's almost as equal. If you order food, 5 minutes for lunch, 5 minutes for dinner, that's 70 minutes per week. And in my way, it was 80 minutes. Pretty much the same. In this way, you can save a lot of time with cooking. Use the like meal prepping, having 2 days per week when you use like make a lot food which you can easily heat up with like high quality meat. You can do this with chicken, also steak is very good, but with steak you don't really need to meal prep. You can use like cook it because it only takes like 3-4 minutes to cook it. That's step one, increasing your energy. Because building muscles doesn't take a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. Because just imagine 10 minutes every single day. You do like a hard workout for 10 minutes. Let's say you have a bench and dumbbells at home, or you do even push-ups. 10 minutes, you go hard as fuck. You just like push yourself to failure. And you do that every day. You will build muscles, and that's literally 70 minutes per week. So step two is using that energy to work out. There was a guy I talked with a couple of weeks ago, and he said, and I said to him, I usually work out 30 to 50 minutes. And he got shocked. And he said, what, 30 minutes only? And in that moment I realized not a lot of people know that you can actually build muscles with 30 minutes, with 30-minute workouts. But that's only possible if you have a lot of energy to push hard for those 30 minutes. If you have followed step one, now it's time to do the workouts. And so I recommend doing 4 workouts per week, that is 30 minutes. And here's our workout plan you can follow. There is back and chest, shoulders and arms, legs and abs, and then also upper body. So you train like all the like upper body muscles. In order to do these workouts fast, you can do supersets where, let's say back and chest, you do bench press, then you go a set, so you do 10 reps, then when you're done, you go directly to lat pull downs and you do 10 reps, then you go back to the bench press, and then you do that for all the exercises. You choose like 2 that you do at one time, so you don't rest. You don't do bench press, you rest for 2 minutes, then do more bench press. You do bench press, 10 reps, then you go do the lat pull downs. Same with the shoulders and arms. You do bicep curls, do your 10 reps, then you go and do 10 at like shoulder press. Then you go back and do more bicep curls. You can rest like 20 seconds, 30 seconds if you want to shake off and get ready. But these workouts are really high intensity. You push hard, you go to failure for those 30 minutes in order to build a lot of muscles and get in and also be effective, because you're an entrepreneur, you don't want to spend that much time in the gym. And if you're okay with like 45-minute workouts, then you can take your time and have how much rest you want. But this is if you want to make your workouts really fast, like you use this technique of like supersets, going like back and forth between 2 exercises that are different muscle groups. So if you can't do like bench press then do incline dumbbell press, because it's still chest. Or if you do like bicep curls, then you go directly to hammer curls, like bicep curls and then lateral shoulder raise, it works. Tricep extensions, then going to shoulder press, it works too, because it's not the same muscles. And if you absolutely can't go to the gym, because I know there are some entrepreneurs that they are like grinding 14 hours, 16 hours per day, and going to the gym, like driving the car there or walking there and change your clothes in the locker room, maybe waiting for machines to get free. It takes extra time. I understand if you can't do that. But then there's another option. You can do workouts at home. You can do bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, sit-ups, and also you can buy a pull-up bar. It costs like $20. You can do that. And if you know you're gonna work out at home for a long time, then you can even invest in a bench and some dumbbells and get some weights in. But yeah, then you can also train 4 times per week for like 20-30 minutes, how long you want, at least 50 minutes to build muscle. Then you just like push hard. You do push-ups, wide push-ups for chest, tight for triceps. You do some pike push-ups for the shoulders. You can search it up what pike is. Like you have your butt up to the roof and you do like push-ups downwards. You can search up tutorial. But then if you have a pull-up bar, pull-ups, chin-ups for biceps, pull-ups for the back, squats, you do some squats, sit-ups, Russian twist, plank. Like you can build muscles with the home workouts. And you can do a combination if that fits you best, like 2 workouts in the gym and then 2 workouts at home. You can choose what you think you can be consistent with for at least 3 months, 6 months. Because it's not you're gonna do this for like 2 months, you're gonna be like huge and be jacked. This is something you will do for a year, 2 years. And that is when you see a lot of difference. But yeah, in 6 months you can still have made like a lot of progress if you fix your diet, increase your testosterone, push hard, every single workout, not skip any workouts, and you really like dedicate yourself to this. So step 3 is just being consistent with this, because I talked with that guy from my community, entrepreneur. He wanted to build muscles. We was on a coaching call, so he asked me at the end of the call, what is your best fitness wisdom? After thinking for a second, I knew what I was going to say. I said consistency. And I started thinking more deeply about it, how much consistency has helped me build muscles, and also in my business, helped me build up my business. But I think of like the last 1.5 years, I have been going to the gym at least 3 times every single week. For the last 6 months, I've been going to the gym every day. It's just about the consistency. Doing the work over and over and over. I know it's very boring, but that's why it's hard. That's why not a lot of people build a lot of muscles, because they're not consistent. A lot of people, they work on a business really inconsistent. Like one day they can work, or the next day they don't work. You maybe have been there in the beginner stages. Those people who do that, they don't really make progress. It's when you work those 8-hour days, 10-hour days over and over for months, for years, when you make that real progress. It's literally been the same with my YouTube videos, posting daily and like consistent for over a year now, like almost 1.5 years. That is when I started making better videos. I know my videos are not great nowadays. I still have a very long way to come, and I have much more things to improve. But I have improved a lot since I started, and that's just because of the consistency, the reps over and over, and improving over and over. Because when you are consistent, then you improve. Like when you worked out for like 4 times per week for, let's say, 3 months, that's when you focus to push harder in the gym. That's when you maybe add some more eggs into your diet, have some more meat, focus on your sleep more. That's when you just like do things better. Like if you listen to Alex Hormozi, he's a big like business influencer, but yeah, he got like 3 million subscribers here on YouTube. And he said, more better. First you do more, and then you do better. It has been same for the gym. First I do more workouts, I eat more eggs, and I eat more meat, and just that alone helped me a lot. But then do better, like focusing on going to failure in the gym, and having like, let's say, focusing more on the form. But yeah, first of all, consistency. I built up the consistency, but by having a workout plan. So the workout plan I showed you before, have that, save it, and yeah, do the workouts on those days I wrote down. If it doesn't fit you, then you can change it so it fits your schedule. But then on those days, you hit the workouts. For example, Tuesday I do back every single week. Haven't skipped it. Because I have that workout plan, I have it saved in my notes. I know like Tuesday I'm gonna do back. It holds me accountable. I can't go a Tuesday without going to the gym. I know like it's back today, I'm gonna go to the gym. Wednesday, I do arms. I know like I'm gonna do arms on the Wednesday. I can't just go through the whole Wednesday, the whole day, and not do my arm workout. I have decided to do it. Then also a thing that helped me is I plan my days. You're probably already doing it in like Google Calendar, where you have like your meetings, sales calls, what you're gonna work on in the morning, your deep work. And yeah, I do the same. I write in my notes, but I also write when I'm gonna go to the gym, when I'm gonna have my breakfast, my lunch and dinner. That helped me be consistent with my meals, with my workouts, because I make the time to do those things, and that has helped me a lot. So that's how you can be consistent, by workout plan, planning your days. But then also discipline has been a very big thing for me. Because not every day I feel like working out. When I increase my energy, I feel like working out much more, but there are still days when I'm tired, my body is sore from like yesterday's workout, and I don't feel like working out. But in those moments, I use my discipline to do it anyways. And I built up my discipline by taking cold showers every single morning. I've done it for 1.5 years now, and I hate it. Like, I don't like it. I wake up 5:30, I go to the shower, I turn it to the coldest. I think like, should I really do this my whole life? This sucks. I don't wanna do it, but I do it anyways. And that's exactly why, because I built up that strong discipline to do other things I don't like. And for example, working my business, it becomes easier when I've been in pain for 1.5 minutes in the morning, when I'm already freezing, when I'm tired, when I just want to go back to the bed. Like, it's hard. And then other things, like, it's like I'm comparing it to that cold shower. so it becomes easier. So like recording this video is not that hard, and then yeah, I know for other people it can be like hard standing up talking for like 30 minutes, and yeah, but also going to the gym. Most people, I hear a lot of people saying no, it's hard, but for me it doesn't feel that hard. Of course, I've worked out for a long time, I've got used to it, but those cold showers make the gym easier to get my ass to the gym, and also like push hard in the gym, do those extra reps, go to failure, do those like 10 reps on my bench press, then go to failure, then put off some weights and do some more reps. That is from that, that's from discipline. And I know you probably worked out for a couple of years, but you've been on and off. You haven't really been that consistent. So this will be the biggest thing, building up the consistency, not letting yourself skip workouts, building up the discipline to say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And always finding a solution. For example, when your business, you have a lot of work to do, you get busy, then you're finding like maybe a 15 minutes when you used to like do a lot, you do push-ups at home, or you used to come up with solution to use, put in the work. And then, like I said, if you have a lot of energy, it will be much easier. And just deciding when you're gonna go to gym, that has helped me a lot. But these are 3 steps how you can bulk up while you have a business as a full-time entrepreneur. And if you thought this was helpful, you can get a free coaching call with me in my free community, top link in the description. It's valued at $99, but if you're an entrepreneur, you wanna get jacked, get bigger, you can get it for free right now in my community. So yeah, top link in the description if you want to have that. Hopefully I'll talk with you soon. But yeah, become jackpot. Bah!